Good evening, Rescue Enjoyers. Hope you're right, 'cause it's time for the 48-hour analysis. Basically, in this video, I'm looking at all the skins of the current Rust store, and I'll be making comparisons to previous Rust store skins to get a good idea in regards to how much will each of these skins here sell by next Thursday, and then knowing that, we'll question, are these skins still holding up to being perfectly fine investments, or are there any potential problems that you need to be aware of? So sit back, relax, I'm going to start yapping. So just to quickly point this out, with the first 24 hours of sales, I was a bit late. The roster actually rotated fairly early this past Thursday, and I forgot about that. Whoops, sorry about that. So it's actually 28 hours. However, these skins are not selling that much. They are selling fairly low. Now, you might immediately think, oh, is that a problem? No, not for us investors. See, if these skins sell hardly anything, but in the future they gain interest and people actually have some demand for these skins and whatnot, maybe see collection continuations and whatnot, well, if there's only so many to go around, all the better for them to rise up in price. Keep that in mind, all right? So as we go through all these skins now, trying to deduce how much they're going to sell by next Thursday, if it's fairly low, it might be looking very interesting as investments, all right? So you got that idea. Okay. So just to quickly remind all of you, we've just gone through the likes of 3 weeks of Halloween. Maybe people are fatigued, maybe they've spent too much money on Halloween stuff, maybe they regret it now. It's out of season anyway, so we'll see how this all turns out. By default, I did hear a lot of people kind of just sit here and say they weren't interested in the skins this week, they just weren't interested in this Rust store as a whole. Alright, understood, I get it. Next week potentially is going to be the complete the sets Rust store, considering that no skin creator is supposed to submit skins this current weekend. I'm under the impression the next Rust store is going to be complete the sets. It, at the very least, will be happening in November. Keep that in mind. Cool. Right, so let's go ahead and look at the 48 hours of sales. Now, I am recording this a fair bit later, so as I look over to here, this is the first 48 hours of sales. What? It's like we've only gained like 2,000 more subscribers in each of the skins here. That's how low it is. That's how like slow the sales are. So, if you think, oh, I really did feel like the likes of the Forest Raiders skin there is going to probably sell probably a lot just like the locker. Nope, nope. That looks as if it's potentially going to sell just about half as much as the locker. And we are questioning, will we be seeing some more Forest Raiders skins in the future, more specifically deplorables? I'll be talking about that in a bit. So, anyway, look at all of the sales right now. And just to point out, I'm recording this like several hours later from 48 hours of sales. Sorry about that, but it is what it is. So as I look at the current store now, this has only gained another 500 subscribers. That's how silly it is. So, yeah, I don't expect much. However, as I said, low sales can definitely make these skins look to be a lot more appealing in terms of whether they're going to be nice investments or not. So let's jump in, start figuring out in order of what we see here, how much are each of these skins likely going to sell by next Thursday. Forest Raider Small Box. So this was the second deplorable skin to be produced and accepted in this collection. And right now, that Forest Raiders locker is greatly appreciating the arrival of this. And just to remind all of you, a very keen-eyed viewer noticed that if you look through all the pictures in the what's shown here, for its workshop page, in the background you can see a furnace right there. Do I have to zoom in? Do I have to enhance? But yeah, that's a furnace right there. I am definitely expecting that to be submitted at some point in the future, and with what we've seen here with the likes of the Forest Raiders locker greatly appreciating the small box, if we see a furnace, what do you reckon will happen next? And don't you think we'll be seeing even more? A large box, sheet metal door, double doors, garage doors. Oh, mate, there's going to be lots of these skins, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people will be appreciating that. All right, anyway, let's focus the sales. So hopping back over to here, if we were to be a little bit smarter based on the fact that I was fairly late to post this, I think we could knock off 500 to 1,000 subscribers potentially. Now, if I'm going to be very straightforward with you, I think I could just go literally to the previous week, and we could see how the Death's Gate sheet metal double door ended up at. So let's just go do that. It was the top selling skin last week, and it ended up with not too much. It ended up with 16,000 subscribers. Now, if I'm going to kind of generalize it a little bit, I think we can look at the Forest Raider Small Box and say 15 to 17,000 subscribers, because I kind of get the feeling it's actually going to slow down. As I said, it's been a good several hours since I took the likes of this screenshot here, and it's only gained another 500 subscribers. Now, there very likely will be a lot of people waiting until the last minute, wanting to do abnormal barters first, then make purchases. I will very likely be one of them. Okay, take that into consideration. But still, 15 to 17,000 subscribers for the top selling skin for the week. It's not that much. And if we do see that furnace on the horizon, yes, the small box, I do expect to have a lovely time spiking in demand. Now, there's also the consideration of how many of you are going to take that small box and hide it in the forest and whatnot, if you just need to quickly hide something and then, go elsewhere doing things. Some people have suggested that. Now, I do want to point out, this does glow in the dark, but it only glows at a specific angle when you look down directly, so you probably don't need to worry too much about that. But in your base, maybe it's not going to be that helpful. Anyways, it's not looking like it's going to sell that much. The collection does look like it will be getting some more skins produced and hopefully accepted in the future. Things are looking very appealing for that. 15 to 17,000 subscribers. Now we can talk about the Harbour Seal door. So currently, 8,200 subscribers. How much of a difference did we see from earlier? About 400 subscribers. Okay. So if we go back and look at its first 24-ish hours of sales, only 6,000 subscribers. Then if you knock off 500 to 1,000, wow, that's quite a drop off from here. All right, so if we were to compare to the likes of previous weeks, what's the best thing we could do a comparison to? I mean, it's low. It's low. This is going to be pretty hard. Maybe we'll go back to the week where we had, the charity skins. Greening Area Garage Door probably is a good shout. All right, we'll look at that right now then. So what was that? October 10. I'm on SMD app, and here we go. Greening Area Garage Door. You reached 14,000 subscribers. I reckon, to generalise just a little bit, we could look at Harbour Seal Sheet Metal Door and say, I think we'll do 13 to 14,000. Yeah, no, I think I'm going to stick with that. 13 to 14,000 subscribers. I think this will be slowing down. I think it will be going. It will be less than the Garage Door, I think. And is that going to be appealing? See, people love the Harbour Seal Rock. Initially, it went up to $4. Now it's gone down to $3. See, that happened before we even saw the Sheet Metal Door. With the arrival of the Sheet Metal Door, whilst this did rise up in price a little bit initially, it's kind of leveled out again. So I'm looking at the Sheet Metal Door, and yes, it looks cute. It looks very goofy. Doesn't glow in the dark. We have seen an interesting Sheet Metal Door being accepted many times this year, and look at them now. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Point I'm trying to get across is, yes, this might look very appealing and very interesting right now, but we've seen many interesting Sheet Metal Doors come out and drop off just like. So looking at you, even then, with the low sales, are you going to be safe? I still have doubts. $2. Will you retain? Feel free to comment below what you think. But yeah, 13 to 14,000 subscribers. That is my estimate. Will we see some more Harbour Seal skins? Well, not for a while, at least. So, guess we'll just have to move on. Greening Area Sheet Metal Double Door. Just a bit less sales. Okay, well, let's go take a look at the first 28-ish hours of sales. Only 5,800. A little bit less still. Okay. If we could knock off maybe about 500, 1,000, we'll want to look for something that's got like 5,000 subscribers. And I think I will just go back to this Rust Door. And instead of looking at the Garage Door, I think I will prefer to look at the small box. And there's good reason. If I can remember, small box, it sold quite a lot initially, and then it just stagnated and stopped. And as you can see, 13,000 subscribers. It was selling quite the same as the furnace initially, but then that went and did another 2,000. Funny that. But I do think maybe 12,500 to 13,500 subscribers would be a perfect answer for the Greening Area Sheet Metal Double Door, because I just don't think there's going to be that much interest, especially when you consider we just had 2 Halloween Rust Doors with 2 Sheet Metal Double Door skins, and currently right now this week we have a Twitch drop being given away for free. So, okay, take that into consideration. Then there's also the question of Greening Area collection. Do you like it? Do you think it's too bright? Do you think the green stuff is ugly? I'd love to hear your thoughts. I just want to point out, Garage Door did spike demand, so as you can see here, right now, lowest listing is $3.17. There was a buyout, and as you can see, the price was fairly stable around $1.50-ish, and then the Sheet Metal Double Door gets accepted, spikes, rises up. Now it's doing a lot better. Cool. All right. I am under the impression, right? I'm under the impression that the large box could potentially be accepted in the upcoming Complete the Sets. Please be aware that we do still see quite a lot of fairly recent submissions of notable collections being accepted for Complete the Sets. It's not always going to be skins from 6 months ago or 2 years ago and whatnot. There will still be some fairly recent-ish skins. So keep an eye on that large box. keep that into consideration, especially with what happened with this being accepted, affecting the garage door. Cool, but only 13-ish thousand subscribers. That's the expectation, 12.5 to 13.5. It's probably going to be one of the lowest selling sheet metal double doors this year. And I can remember Nukram, you did only 11,600, stable, evens. And then we have the Valentine's ones. So this did 14,000, perfectly fine. This did only 6,000, perfectly fine. I guess it'll just be perfectly fine. We'll look at this on Wednesday because that is abnormal. And I think, well, with the state of sheet metal double doors this year, it will just do a good job of retaining value. Therefore, maybe it's better to, do a buy order and hopefully pick these up for a cheaper price. Okay, Greening Area double door, you're looking all right. Did any of you buy it? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you like it? And would you like to see even more of the Greening Area collection? I guess that's all that needs to be said. So, okay, you seem reasonably okay. Let's now talk about the Speed Rage Thompson. Now, this is not abnormal. And, okay, Thompsons this year. Take this. Take a good look at the likes of this. And as you can see, some of the skins are actually starting to improve. Some are still down a fair bit. But, okay, as we steer towards January time. And I should also sit here and say the player counts during October and November have been phenomenal. Like, people have been jumping back in. Homework? I don't care for that. All right, kids, that's fine. You do what you want to do. But anyway, the prices of Thompsons have been improving. Overall, the majority are still in the negative, but I am seeing signs of improvement. That's very nice to see. Speed Rage Thompson, let's go ahead and find out how much you're likely to sell by next Thursday. And you have kind of caught up a bit. That's cool to see. But I'm going to sit here and say maybe about 5,000 to 4,500 subscribers. Do we have anything that can compare? I think I could just probably look at the Speed Rage MP5. Yeah, all right. Let's go do that. Same Rust store again, October 10. Speed Rage MP5. How much did you sell by the end? And the answer is 11,000 subscribers. I think 10.5 to 11.5k is probably a good generalization. Now, Speed Rage collection, I think we've got 3 skins accepted so far. It's a weapon-only collection. The MP5 is only down by 2%, but the AK is down by 51%. If I was to just give you a very, very rough estimate, yes, I do believe that will still go below its Rust store price. How much by? Can't really answer that right now. But on Wednesday, we're just going to give you we're just going to have to give it a straight answer in regards to, are we going to buy order it, or are we going to actually do a purchase? Because it's not marketable on the night. It's only going to become marketable when the Rust store rotates next week. And I don't know if it's going to be an early Rust store rotation, so you're going to have to be fairly quick. But anyway, Thompsons. Do we see one of them, like, anywhere close to around $1? Because if I can recall, they actually do a fairly decent job of retaining most of their value. And as I see over to here, yeah, it's all reasonably above $1. So a smart buy order can still lead to some success. And at the very least, if they do not go below $1, you can do a $1 buy order. Yeah, all right. Okay. Speed Rage Thompson, 11,500, 12,500. We'll see how you turn out. That's the estimate. Okay, moving on. Not friendly wooden door. So it does have its counterpart, the I am friendly wooden door. Now that did 11,500 subscribers. Cool. At the current rate this is selling, let's go ahead and figure that out. So hopping back over to here, first 24 hours of sales initially sold quite nicely, but clearly now it's dropped off a fair bit. With the current rate of sales, maybe I'm better off doing the exact same thing with Speed Rage Thompson. It is slowing down. Maybe everybody who bought it for the joke kind of thought, yeah, actually, how often am I even going to use this? I think I will do the comparison with the likes of the Speed Rage MP5. I think this is also going to be 11,500 subscribers to 12,500 subscribers. Yeah. Wait, was it 10,500 and 11,500? I think that was... Why are you adding an extra 1,000? I'm stupid, all right? Chill out. Okay, but yeah, looking at you, is the joke going to be strong enough to help it retain value? I mean, the I am friendly wooden door only went up in price with the arrival of this, but for the majority of its life on the Steam market, it's been down pretty bad. In fact, it's already gone back down. Really? There was a buyout and everything. It's already gone back down. Well... there you go. Ta-da! There's no interest in wooden doors. You don't use them enough for the prices to hold up nicely. If the item itself is used a lot, there's strong justification to own skins for it. But if you only use the item for so much time, people just don't care enough to get skins for it. Simple as. So okay. you're doing a little bit better, but you're still down pretty bad. But that's doing like a direct comparison with that. This obviously came out 2 years later and obviously gives you a different sort of vibe, anger and rage. But yeah, I'm still expecting that to drop off pretty badly. It is abnormal, but even then, Wednesday night, regardless in how much subscribers we see by then, I'm still expecting it to drop off. Sad, but unfortunately, that is likely going to be the behaviour. All right then, so okay, 10,500 to 11,500 subscribers. Moving on, titanium sheet metal door. It's a perfectly fine looking skin. It's got an interesting edge style, the glow in the dark, somewhat minimalistic and whatnot. But even then, I just don't think people are going to care. Selling reasonably, but sheet metal doors this year, as I said when I talked about that, not exactly holding up super great. I'm going to see more of this titanium collection though. I'm going to have like storages and lockers and a rug, I guess. You could decorate the base with it if you wanted to, but I would like to see more of it. We're not going to be seeing that for quite some time. Okay, back over to here. Let's actually focus what we want to do. Let's find something that's got about 4,500 subscribers. Okay, so going back quite some time. I mean, we could probably do... anger and speed rage were the same. I guess it probably will be another situation where I sit and say 10,500 to 11,500, like this and this. I mean, it's not selling that much. That's the best answer I can give you. I just get the feeling people not very interested in sheet metal doors right now, considering that how many have we had accepted so far this year? Oh yeah, a record-breaking amount, and we're still expecting Christmas ones to appear. 38 sheet metal doors have been given to us in just a single year. Last year it broke the record, and that only had 30, so yeah, we just keep seeing so many weeks with double sheet metal doors in the same rust store. Not sure why, but it is what it is. And also take into consideration everyone just got that for free. That doesn't glow in the dark, but point still made. There's far too many sheet metal doors. There's 250 almost. Oh, we're definitely reaching that fairly soon. But yeah, 10,500 to 11,500 subscribers. What do I expect of it? Not much. I think it will be dropping off. But if we do eventually start seeing more deplorables out of this collection, I'll be curious. But even then, I would still expect the sheet metal door to drop off still. Sorry, but expected behaviour. Industry AK-47. Right, that is quite the drop off from 7,000 to 4,000, and this is after 2 days of sales. Well, hopping back over to here, trying to figure out a decent amount what that's going. Wow, that really is a drop off, and it's probably like 2,500. So if I was to go all the way back over to here, ooh, we do have some things to compare to. But those are the charity skins. Oh no. How far back do I have to go? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Maybe the cheese poncho, but that's fairly low. What if I went in between these two? I guess I'm going to have to do that. Wow, okay. So, alright. How much did each of those sell? And what's like halfway in between them? So this right here reached 4,000 subscribers, and this right here reached 9,000 subscribers. Oh, great. Yeah, that's going to be a perfect answer, isn't it? I'm sorry. But yeah, these sales this week are ridiculous. But still, if I were to make that guess, I'm guessing it's going to be about 6,500 subscribers. So, hopping back over to the skin that we're just talking about, 6,500, that's really low. Even for the likes of an AK-47, well, in modern times, I should say. There's plenty of AKs that are accepted in the past years ago that have like incredibly low sales or rather subscribers. So low subscriber count, yeah, technically speaking, there's so much more of this compared to all of these. Actually, no, it's the other way around. There you go. Yeah. All right, point made. Far too many AKs. I still expect it to drop off to at least half its price. It is what it is. Yeah, just take a quick look at all the AKs that came out this year. Some are improving. I will sit there and say that, you know, or they've gone back down again. No, there they are. Yay. All right, cool. And then you also consider that we just got the very, very cool Blue Gem AK-47 with the very cool aim sight. Yes, the glow sight was removed. Unfortunate, but Face Punch would have removed it anyway. I'm surprised that managed to stick around until the very last minute. But if everybody made a fuss about going, oh my god, it's got glow in the dark, they would have removed it regardless. They really don't want glow in the dark aim sight ever being brought back. I honestly thought they were going to do it, but no. So, you know, if you want something like that, just, you know, crosshair X. Anyway, moving on. So, yeah, that's only looking like it's going to do 6,500 subscribers, and I still don't expect much of it. Sorry, but AK-47s as investments. So, as we move over to the Oasis Large Box, I mean, it's going to probably be the exact same thing, around 6,500 subscribers. Yeah. I think for both of these, I actually do 6,000 to 7,000 subscribers. Very, very low sales. Now, if we do see more of the Oasis collection being produced, and of course this is the third one, I think that large box would be appreciating it. That is really low sales for a large box. Let's do a quick comparison real quickly. So what's the lowest selling large box we've had so far this year? And of course, with it being near the end of the year, you can notice, oh, okay, yeah, that's a lot of large box skins, a lot of Twitch drops. So I'm looking. Yeah, no, this is going to be the lowest selling large box at the current rate of sales. So if we could also just do the lowest subscriber, look again, and remember, Hedge, scroll upwards. Wow, okay, that's not like dead in the middle this time. But of course, if you go down a little bit more and go down to about 6,000-ish, yeah, it's going to be right there. That came out in 2020, that came out in 2021. Ooh. All right, well, I hope to see more Oasis skins, because that large box will probably be spiking quite nicely. That's something for you to consider. Also, it's abnormal. So don't forget, with the Abnormal Barders, Wednesday night, London time, 9 PM, I will be streaming. We'll be discussing all the skins here and figuring out prices for all of them. And of course, once the clock hits midnight, we'll be doing the Barders. So that Oasis large box, I'm intrigued, and I'll be keeping an eye on you. And then we scroll down and take a look at the Deep Sea SAR. Wow, even less sales compared to this and this. Now, I just get the feeling people just didn't really care for it. Yeah, you're a cool, interesting looking SAR, I guess, but people just weren't interested. Now, by default, when I looked at all the weapons when I first saw them, I was going to sit there and say 60 cents to 80 cents, and that still was like the feeling. $2.49, an abnormal skin, and yet it's going to drop off. How are SAR skins currently doing, by the way? And as I look at them, I can see that the vast majority of them are not holding up very nicely. Nope. Oh dear, oh dear. I just want to point this out. BOMBSHELL SAR has been improving. I'm sure you are well aware that this has a transparent aim sight. There you go. You can see that. And it looks like it kind of just wasn't noticed. Like this came out, just before we had Halloween and whatnot. And it wasn't the top selling skin. So I can't remember what week it was. It must have been early October. It was, because when a bombshell skin appears, it's going to get accepted. So yeah, we had all these other skins, you know, grabbing all the attention, and then that was like the 8th best-selling skin. And because it sold not too much, 15,000 subscribers is still quite a lot. But honestly, if we didn't have all of this, that probably would have done so much more. A lack of sales has led to it rising up in price a lot easier. And we haven't even reached January yet, have we? No. Right, so take that into consideration. I didn't mean to go off on a tangent there, but it was an interesting thing that I've noticed somewhat recently. So it was bought out, the price has already risen up, and it very likely will graciously rise up in price in the future with the useful transparency. Now we could talk about this SAR specifically. Sorry about that, I'm so sorry. So Deep Sea SAR, cool, how are we going to figure this out? So that did 1,600 subscribers off the first 24 hours of sales, and this did 2,600. Maybe we could just probably go 5,000 to 6,000 subscribers, knocking off about 1,000 from what I based on these two. If both of these are probably doing 6,000 to 7,000 subscribers, this is probably doing 1,000 less. It's a very rough estimate, but I don't have a strong thing to compare with. But yeah, I don't expect much of that. I truly believe it will be going below $1. That's just like an estimate based on what I'm currently seeing at the moment. But obviously Wednesday night, that's where we're going to get the best assessment, because that'll literally be the night before the roster rotates. And with the subscriber count that we see then, that's where you make the best estimate. And of course, we could do the abnormal barders. So just to reiterate, please consider going over to my YouTube and watch the most recent Rusted Skin Abnormal Barders video. Now, there was quite a lot of focus talking about that Sheepman Adore in particular, and I'll talk about that in a second. But watch the first 5 minutes, or a little bit more. Get a good understanding in regards to how this works. Watch the first 2 videos here if you need some help. Skip ahead, go to the Barders chapter. You'll understand how abnormals work. In short, certain skins will become marketable with every rust store that we see. And we know what's going to happen. We can figure out prices beforehand. we got a good idea of how to make it work, and we can make some very smart investments purely with the idea of just doing barters. Give it a good watch, it'll help you out. Cool. Now, speaking about that sheet metal door, I do have the link right here. There were 2 sales at almost $2,000 recently. So someone in my chat, I saw this happen. Cool. $1,945, and then after that, almost $1,900. I'm under the impression that's the price currently. It might be going up, it might be slowly going down, but around $2,000 seems to be the price. Just to remind all of you, this only had about 85 people buy it, because it was only in the Rust store for about 20 minutes. If you happen to own one, you might need to, open up a new account, and you might consider selling it here, go buy yourself some Steam Decks afterwards, just before Christmas, you get the idea. Or maybe you want to try and list it on a third-party site, but $2,000 appears to be the price as of now. I'm not personally looking to buy it, but if you happen to own one, there you go. Cool. So that's progressing quite nicely. And overall, the economy, the Rust economy, things are doing pretty good. Now, I spoke with my chat the other day, looking at the likes of the Whiteout kilt. So Whiteout collection, all of that's already rising back up to new all-time high prices, and it's only the beginning of November. Yeah, look at the kilt here. So the kilt right here, its lowest listing is currently $18.40, and if you look at its recent all-time high price, you'll notice it's basically the same as the summer, and we're still expecting it to reach a new high point by January time. That has, well, let me put it this way, the autumn-fall seasonal dip was very brief with this, and it immediately went back up. Now, with this only going higher and higher in price, people have looked for alternative options. So this is what we noticed yesterday. How many of you still own Thundergold armor? Because that's reaching the all-time high prices because people can't afford Whiteout. Now, it's not just that. Thundergold in itself is a very nice looking collection. I do hope to see hoodie and pants potentially appearing in the upcoming Complete the Sets. But that's now sitting on the Steam market at $7, and with just a few more sales, it's pushing up to $10. Now, you might be sitting there and saying, but what was its all-time high price? It's currently sitting there right now. It's November. So, things are looking pretty cool. So, come on, Face Punch. Accept the hoodie and pants. So, as I hop over to here, what am I looking for? Here we go, Complete the Sets. So this is my Complete the Sets collection. I'll link it in the description. If we're potentially going to have Complete the Sets this upcoming Thursday, start looking around, start guessing what might potentially be picked for it. Now this collection, it has representatives of many collections. So if you were to take a look at the, let's say the ramen shop collection, yep. If you were to take a look at this, I'm not putting the vending machine specifically as a candidate. I want you to go to the link which shows you the full collection, and you'll notice there's a wooden double door there, there's a large wood box there, there's an armoured door there, there's many options that would be candidates for Complete the Sets. So go give that a good look, and as I said just a minute ago, if I scroll down, you'll see we have all the deplorables, and then we'll have weapons and tools, and all the way at the bottom, I've been hearing you non-stop this year, I want more Forest Raiders, I want more Blackout, I want more Desert Raiders, I want more Whiteout, I want more flashbacks, I want more Arctic protection, I want more, Thundergold. So yeah, you desperately want more camouflage skins. But I don't think Face Punch does. And I don't fully know why, but that seems to be the answer. So as you can see, many interesting potential candidates. That would be greatly appreciated if they're accepted. But we'll see. Maybe we'll see some backpack skins being accepted. Do I? Yeah, there you go. So some notable collection continuations have appeared. I've seen No Mercy, I've got Blackout, I've got Flashbacks, I've got Ninja Collection. We've also got Arctic Protection here somewhere. Oh, there it is, yeah. Yeah, I'm very much expecting potentially some of these being accepted. And I don't think anyone would be upset. I just don't know, how much is a backpack going to cost? And yes, I'm well aware we have a Twitch drop right now. I'm very well aware. Yep, scroll down, there you go. But I'm talking about something that'll be something we can buy and sell. That's what I'm talking about. So we'll see. And I'm sure you're well aware that I have uploaded a very lovely video showcasing the backpack skins that were of note that was submitted somewhat recently. I went through all of them. Consider giving that a good watch. There are certain ones that are good for camouflage. By default, it is green, so you could just use any green clothing and armor in the foresty areas and whatnot. Someone did point that out. I was like, yeah, I should have just said that. But anyway, the flashbacks one gets showcased along with another green backpack. And of course, as I just pointed out, the Arctic one right there with the Arctic clothing. Cool. So that's nice. And as I mentioned, we have the Twitch drops here on this video. If you want to get a good look at all of them, feel free to do so. Now, unfortunately, not every single streamer has been streaming that much. I just refreshed there. And yeah, certain skins have not been claimed that much because the streamers haven't been streaming, which is awkward. Now, here's an interesting detail. Kai Cenat has a Twitch drop, but he also has a hoodie. Now, I showcased that in the Twitch drop showcase video. I wasn't sure how it was going to work. Turns out you have to subscribe to Kai Cenat and then you get his hoodie. That's how it works. So I'm not sure if he has to be streaming Rust and then you subscribe, or you just subscribe to him regardless. He's doing like a subathon or something, and proceeds do go to charity, so it kind of makes sense. All right, fair enough. Plus, he always has like 100,000 plus people watching him, like always. But he hasn't streamed any Rust yet. We'll see how that turns out. But yeah, keep an eye on all of that. All right then. So we could do a quick recap of the recent, Rust stores and whatnot. But I just want to point out to you, with it being like Halloween skins, some of them have dropped off quite a fair bit. Not all of them, but give it time, they will drop off. It's expected. I am still surprised to see which garage door is still holding up very nicely. Props to it, I guess. I guess people just can't say no to a anime girl, a witch, cat girl. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, no, seems to be holding. But will that drop off during Easter? I'm still expecting that, so be wary. Maybe sell it now, get your profits, enjoy them. Maybe wait until January. Could they go even higher? Will we start seeing a lot more listings happen by then? I'm still kind of expecting that. Anyway, some of these have dropped off. The armor, that was expected. The clothing, that was expected. The AK, that's a bit unfortunate. Yeah. And then the week before that, so here we have, oh god, everything's down. Hooray, happy Halloween. Well, it's obviously out of season, so yeah, not too hard to understand. All right then, so that's basically it. That's a wrap. So keep an eye on the likes of the Complete the Sets candidates list. Give it a good look. Tell me, comment below, what do you think will be accepted and what would you absolutely love to be accepted, but you don't think it has a good chance because Facepunch just won't let you be happy. So what's your dream choice, but what's your expected choice? That would be an interesting thing to say. Thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it, and let's just see how all of this turns out. Catch you later. See you, goodbye.